I don't think people understand the golden opportunity that's at hand for millions of people to create generational wealth, all from their laptop or their computer. And I feel very called to need to make this episode and bring this awareness out to you guys. I'm going to start off with the problem with digital entrepreneurship. The main problem is that people don't know where to begin. There's a million different online businesses that anyone can start right now as we speak, and this makes it increasingly difficult for those that want to start an online business to know where to begin. What I've found to be the solution to this is to start with you. You see, everyone has a unique calling in this life, something that they had when maybe they were a child and they felt an inkling to want to do certain things in their life, or maybe you feel called in your adult life to pursue a certain hobby or certain activity, and that's where I can speak on from my experiences of how to start the process of entrepreneurship. When I was younger, I've always felt called to make videos and to record clips of whatever the hell I was doing when I was younger. And it wasn't until 2020, when it happened, that I decided to start a YouTube channel. And so when I started this YouTube channel with my buddy at the time, my childhood calling came back full circle. I decided to go all in. I bought a camera, I bought the software that I needed to record, I put the time in to edit videos, and before you know it, I was working on my calling. I was fulfilling something that my childhood self, my inner child self wanted to always do, and that was to make videos. And this can be different for everyone. That's why I say, you have to tune into your unique calling. You have to find out what it is that you were meant to do in this life, because we all have a unique genetic makeup. None of us are the same. We're all different, genetically speaking. There is no one else quite like you. There's no one else that's going to be exactly the same as me. And so if you can understand what it is that you were meant to do in this life, that'll make starting the path to entrepreneurship just that much easier. And one of the main reasons why I say to understand yourself and to tune into your calling is because if you go online right now, with just the rise of the information age, it's made it increasingly difficult to even hone in on what's going to be relevant for us in our journey. And so the more you can understand yourself, the better that you can see success, especially when it comes to the digital economy. And so when I started this YouTube channel, my why has always been about paving a different path for like-minded individuals that despise being average and desire a way out of the 9-to-5 rat race. That's exactly why I crafted my personal brand around purpose, freedom, and wealth. Having complete time freedom. Not needing to trade your time for money, not needing to do something you hate because you have to. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with working a job. I think it's very honorable to work and to, take care of yourself and your family. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, for me, I've never resonated with needing to work for somebody else. My genetic makeup was always designed to build something for myself and for my lineage and for others. Wealth isn't just about money to me. Wealth is a whole host of things that's related to the different nuances of a person's life. So that could be their financial health in general, relationship health, their mindset, their spiritual health. I make these episodes simply as a way to share my journey and to share the experiences that I've had to go through in order to build wealth, and to inspire, again, those individuals that are like-minded and that want to strive for a different path that wasn't otherwise shown to them was possible. And I did it from scratch. Like you can scroll all the way back on my YouTube channel and you can see me just making videos in my car to show you guys that it is possible. It is possible to have time freedom. Most of my time, actually all of my time, it's just building my business. It's just building the personal brand, leading from the forefront of this digital revolution. My target audience is made up of individuals that are seeking to make a positive impact on the world, especially at a large scale. My services that I provide are all based around content creation for other people's personal brand, offering online business coaching and step-by-step courses on how to start an online business. The reason that I'm sharing this with you guys is to just give context of exactly what I mean when I say the digital creator economy or the digital creator era that we're in. For me, I'm very selective, even with the clients that I wish to serve. I can't serve everyone, and you shouldn't want to serve everyone. You should want to understand yourself, and you want to niche down as much as possible so that you can serve the majority of people that resonate with who you are. And really, if you guys want to hack, you should serve your past self. Look back to your past and see what type of problems you were dealing with in the past, and then seek to serve that person. Yes, like we're not all the same, but we're also we're not that special. Like if you can think of an idea and if you can think of your problems in the past, more than likely other people have had those problems as well. So you can serve those individuals. I serve clients that align with myself and my purpose. The way to find your purpose is not to seek your purpose. The key lies in your ability to accept the call to adventure. There's a quote by Joseph Campbell where he says, "The call to adventure signifies that destiny has summoned the hero." Your calling can come at any point in your life. Like I was saying previously, that it can come when we're a child. I remember I read on a book that Albert Einstein, when his father gave him a compass when he was a little boy, he was intrigued by how he moved and the compass direction would move with him. And he was intrigued by that. And that's what made him want to go into studying physics and mathematics and all the invisible forces that governed, again, our reality. And so as a child, that was what he was intrigued by. So for you, I want you to try to really think about this. Put the time and the intentionality between understanding yourself and your calling. And when you receive that calling, when you understand what that calling is and you accept it, then you have to take action on that calling. You have to work on it. You have to see okay, is this what I really want to do, or is this just some fluke and then I got to move on to the next thing? The more you work on your calling, the more that you'll find if it aligns with you or not. And if it aligns with you and you've put in the hours and the time, like for me, I had to edit videos for hours on end. It was boring as hell, but I did it anyways because I knew for a fact it was my calling. And that calling, what ended up happening is it slowly turned into a passion. This is what most storytellers like Joseph Campbell would refer to as the transition from the known world to the unknown world. And most people have to quit comfortable jobs. They have to leave relationships. They have to go travel across the world to pursue their calling. More times than not, that's what it takes. For me, it took having to leave my jobs. I worked job to job, even though I was just paycheck to paycheck. The extra time that I had to myself, best believe I was working on my calling. I was taking the money, the little bit of money that I was making, whatever extra that I had to spend, I spent it on equipment. I spent it on my calling. And this is where most people quit, because this is uncomfortable. It's not normal. It's out of their comfort zone. So you have to really immerse yourself in the voice of intuition. That voice that we had as children that guided us towards doing specific things or having that childlike wonder. And before you know it, I was in love with the process. But, don't get me wrong, having passion is not going to be enough. And this is something I'm gonna save you guys a lot of heartbreak for those that want to start an online business. If you're in this path, then you understand that you have some sort of life task ahead of you that you need to complete or that you need to achieve. And fulfilling that life task, it's going to require you as an individual to increase your value. One effective way of achieving this is through apprenticeship, training under a master who's had extensive experience in the subject or the niche that you want to go into. I was the type to just, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do everything on my own because I can. We can get far by ourselves, but we'll get so much further if we seek the help of others. We've had this available for generations. This is nothing new, but it's such a timeless practice. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I slept on it. I wanted to do everything on my own. As soon as I invested into myself and a mentor and increased my knowledge and my value, that's when I started seeing results coming in. And so before we move on, I want to talk to you guys about this word value for a moment, because I feel like this just gets thrown out there and we don't have really a clear understanding of what this really means in terms of the creator economy and even business. So there's a few terms, alternative terms that I am going to lay out for you guys that we can use to substitute value for. The first one being benefit. Benefit refers to the positive outcome or advantage that potential customers can gain from using your product or your service. Real easy. I don't think I need to explain that any further. The next one is the ROI, or the return on investment. How profitable of an investment is this going to be for a customer or a client? The third one that I have is utility. You know, how useful or how satisfactory is this going to be for a customer that's going to be using your product or service? This pretty much focuses on meeting the needs or solving problems or enhancing convenience for a lot of your clients or customers. For example, for me, I have a creative agency in which I charge monthly retainers to edit and post and market, their content. They don't have to go through the grueling hours, or maybe someone's not even passionate about editing, but they're passionate about building a business. So this is what I mean by utility. I charge for utility. The next one, the fourth one, is competitive advantage. Like, how unique is this offering compared to other offerings from the marketplace? Like, in terms of its attributes, resources, or capabilities, how well is this at outperforming other companies or competitors? And the fifth one is customer satisfaction. How satisfactory of a service or product is it that you pretty much offered to these people? The sixth one that I have is cost savings. Is this something that's going to reduce the expenses or expenditures that is achieved by utilizing your product or service? Seventh one, and the last but not least, we have innovation. How well is this at introducing new ideas, technologies, or softwares? And does it approach and create value by addressing like unmet needs for potential customers or clients? And so this is what I mean by investing in yourself through a mentor and increasing your value. It's to ensure that the value that you give to others should be greater than the money that you get from them. This is how you be successful at business. Like, I learned this through selling solar and understanding the value and opportunity cost of selling these solar systems. Like, nothing different, because everything in life is spiritual. I've spoken about this in previous episodes, but how can I charge other people for $3,000 plus monthly retainers if I haven't already invested that money back into myself in terms of increasing my value? And the crazy thing is, I had a one-on-one with one of my mentors recently, and he told me on our one-on-one, he was like, skill acquisition is the name of the game when it comes to business. And I was like I knew that already. It floated in my awareness, but it just wasn't as important as it should have been. And so that's why I'm making this video too, because if you're an early entrepreneur getting into this, in order to run an efficient business, you are going to be responsible for a lot more than you think. Like, I don't care who is telling you that you don't need to spend money on yourself to be an entrepreneur. You need $0 to start an online business. Like, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. More than likely, they're trying to sell you on something. In order to be an entrepreneur that has an online business that's remotely profitable, you need to have a whole host of skills that you are going to be at least proficient in. The first one is sales. You have marketing, you have personal branding or presence building, you are proficient in content creation, you have proficiency in your mindset and self-development, you understand copywriting, storytelling, or writing in a way that sells, you have leadership skills and proficiency in that, you have proficiency in finances, understanding income, revenue, and expenses, especially when it comes to running a business. Last but not least, you have to have proficiency in technology, softwares, and when you start taking off, automation. Entrepreneurship just isn't for everyone. But if you've made it up until this point, more than likely it's for you. More than likely you resonate with the things that I'm saying, and this could potentially be something that you go into. I didn't even know I was gonna be an entrepreneur. To be fair, I thought I wanted to be a bartender. Even when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't think that I was gonna be an entrepreneur. Shit, I just wanted to make YouTube videos. But it ended up, as soon as I invested that money and as soon as I quit those jobs, that's when I was an entrepreneur before I even knew that I was an entrepreneur. You can only get so far trying to learn these skills on your own. And on top of that, you have to have proficiency in all these categories, like I said, to run a profitable online business. So in order for you to not fail before you even start, if you're serious about this, I would invite you to zoom out. Zoom out. Look at this as a journey. Devote 5 to 10 years of your life to this process. See where it takes you. Be committed to the process. And stop looking at this from a monthly, I'm not getting results. The money's not coming in. Or where's the advantages? There is a lot of anxiety and fear that will come up, and regret and doubt that can come up if you put such a very soon time frame on yourself. I'm not saying that you should slack off these next 5 to 10 years. That's why I'm saying be absolutely devoted and committed to the process for the next 5 to 10 years, understanding and being okay with the fact that you will not get the fruit or the rewards until those 5 to 10 years of complete devotion. When you take a seed and you plant it in the ground and you water it, it doesn't just freaking sprout up and then all of a sudden there's fruits coming down. No, it's a process. It has to go in the dirt, and it has to be in the dirt, and it has to be uncomfortable, the pressure from the dirt and all the shadows, just being in the darkness. And it has to build a strong foundation. It has to root itself in the ground before it can sprout up into this massive tree that can bear fruit. One of the mentors that I looked up to, he told me that you can't get the fruit before you get the root. By putting in the work, practicing these skills, you can deliver the value that you've accumulated on your journey. And this is where passion becomes purpose. And those innate desires that you had from your childhood can manifest itself into your external reality, because it's fueled by something much greater inside of you that's yearning for outward expression. And soon enough, money and success will just follow. To bring everything back full circle, there has never been a better time for digital entrepreneurs to start an online business and to create generational wealth, to serve at a higher capacity, to impact the lives of others in a positive manner. Because at the end of the day, you are the value, and you alone get to decide what the sum of that value will be. Welcome to the new era of digital creators. My name is Mark. I pray that you all have a blessed rest of your morning, your day, your night, whatever time it may be for you guys. And I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.